Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to this YouTube channel. It's your guy Igor here. Guys, welcome to my community. Today's video is dedicated to living in a lake community in Calgary. And guys, if you've been watching this channel, I purchased a home in a lake community just last fall and we moved here. This is, guys, Midnapore, which is a really nice community. And I want to show you guys what it means to live in a lake community in Calgary. Now also keep in mind, one thing that people do not speak about is, well, you cannot have an access to this lake unless you know somebody who lives in this community and they bring you in as a guest, or you are living here. You basically either renting here, or you're like me, you're a homeowner. You purchased here. Guys, let me show you a little bit why I like lake communities in Calgary. And no, it's not because, well, it is kind of. You know, not only because it's beautiful. Look at this. Look at this waterfall right over here. And that's one of the features that a lot of lake communities have in Calgary. But also, guys, I want to say that in Calgary, if you want to be living on a lake like this one, for example, you know, if you want to go for a swim, well, I say probably you have to drive to Red Deer, or you will have to go to, you know, like Chestermere, let's say, right? At the Poopy Lake, because of fecal bacteria growing in that lake, it has been shut down a couple of times. You know, unless you want to go to a Chestermere Poopy Lake, or you want to go to drive to Red Deer or something, then you don't have a lake in Calgary. And I didn't know that when I moved here, guys. And let me show you, like, look at this place. I mean, this is awesome. I'm pretty happy bringing in my family into this lake community. You know, I always want to see there's kids playing in the sand. Right now, guys, it's not yet summer, so there is not many people swimming right now. I mean, there's nobody swimming because it's too cold. But if you look over there, there are some people who have like a sailboat right over there. I don't know if I can zoom it in. Let's see if I can. See, there is boats, and they're sailing those boats on the remote control, and people have fun. It's you know, that's one of the things in Canada that people enjoy living. That's why I've been making so many videos about moving to Canada and everything. Right now, there is a new agenda of people saying that live in Canada, how the life is terrible, how life is difficult. And guys, my opinion might be biased on that. Still, life is better in Canada than back home, at least for me. And you know what's coming back home? There are military people trying to get any man who is of a military age to come and join the army, guys. They're grabbing people on the streets. And here I am living as a Canadian citizen in Canada, enjoying my life. So yes, Canada is way better than so many alternatives. Do you really want to be living in Ukraine or Russia or Eastern Europe in general? And do you really think that, for example, India or China would be a better option? I don't know, but I like Canada so much more. Guys, check this out. It's pretty beautiful. Now, I said India. I'm just waiting for people, some keyboard warriors, to start commenting and praising India. I'm just waiting to read your comments. But anyways, I want to say, guys, that living in the lake community in Calgary is quite awesome. Now, a lot of things what people don't understand about this lake communities is that, you know, there's not so many of them. What are their names? Like Lake Bonavista, right? Sundance, Midnapore, Arbor Lake, Arbor Bay, and what is that other one? Mahogany and Mackenzie Lake, and I forgot the. I'll remember. I'll tell you later. But there is also another one. But it's not really in Calgary. It's called Harmony. There are houses there where, like, but not only on the lake, guys. Their houses are like over $1.2 million just in that community. But it's really expensive, and it's far off. And lots of rich people living there. I would love to live there, but for me, being into real estate, what I do for a living, guys, I'm a realtor with experience. I drive to Calgary, so for me, if I have to go and show homes from there, even if you enjoy your living there, it's kind of far, guys. It's kind of far with my occupation. If I'm with the XP Realtor, my wife is mortgage broker. She's with DLC Realtors Mortgage. She could work from there easily. She doesn't have to go and meet anyone. But anyways, long story short is, I can go that far just because of my job. That's what I do. Anyways, let me show you guys what we have over here. Check this out. That's where we have all the slides. That's where people come on a sled down this hill, guys, in the winter. Now the best part about it, they put sort of like mats on every tree just in case you collide with the tree so you don't get injured or you don't get hurt, guys. You know, I come from a country where, you know, you just have to evict yourself from the slide, because, you know, if you're coming down really fast, there is a brick waiting for you, or a tree stump or something, and well, if you hit it, you get injured, maybe even worse. But you have to survive, so you have to save yourself. And I remember myself going down the sleds to a smaller hill than this, and I can see that thing, and I'm like, oh my goodness, and I just jump off it and I just roll like this in the snow. My childhood was way tougher than the kids have right now. It was a survival game. You know, you have fun, but there is also danger in between. Here in Canada, everything is more, you know, like nice. But anyways, guys, look at another thing in there. I just purchased a boat for myself, but literally look at this. At this lake community, you can have catamarans and all the boats there and everything, rentals. But the rentals are free because people are paying homeowner association fees. For example, I paid like what, about, my wife paid, I'll have to double check with her, but I think it's about $300 in a year. So you're paying your taxes, you're paying your, what else are we paying there? Yeah, taxes, utilities, other things, and then plus in addition you pay homeowners association fees. But then you have all of the amenities. There are literally people working, you know, maintaining this area. I'm just going to get off the way, but I'll show you. You know, I'll show you there is a guy driving in a car. One of the maintenance, you know, people maintain this area. So you see on this kind of thingies driving around like sort of a golf cart almost. I don't know how you name them, but that is all covered by homeowner association fees, and that's what we are paying for. Now, guys, in Calgary, if you want to go to a lake, well, some people would say, hey, you can go to, I don't know, like swim, and still anyways, it's weather is colder and most of the year you cannot swim. I understand that argument. Some people say, well, I can go to Glenmore Reservoir, I can go for a swim there. There are a bunch of playgrounds. There is also a splash park, like I can take my kids there. Why the hell would I need to pay homeowner association fees? And you know, I can do my barbecue there. But this is one of the things I want to show you here, guys, is there is less crowded, less people, and there is, look at this. Look at this brush. I'm actually, guys, thinking of bringing in friends here and starting this summer, you know, do kind of networking events to bring in a bunch of friends and people almost like every weekend and make barbecues here. I think oh guys, my equipment died here. No charge. Well, looks like I'll just have to hold it by hand. It's going to be weird, but I'll make this video shorter then. Anyways, done with my gimbal. No charge. Hope my thing is still recording. 1 second, guys. All right. Well, what do you do? Have to keep moving in life. If something stops working, you keep going with the video. I want to say, guys, honestly, working in real estate, guys, you know, right now, you know, honestly, before I went into real estate, we purchased 2 properties with my wife, and now this is our 3rd property. So we have 3 properties. We have a condo, we have a house, we have multiple rentals, and now we have another one. And we don't sell our real estate because I believe it's better to keep your real estate, guys. And I work with some investors, and you know, a lot of investors, they don't sell real estate, they keep on buying real estate. You know, I know people who have many homes, 20 homes. I've seen people with 50 homes. I've seen people with a lot of houses. How do they do that? They've been doing it for years. And a lot of them, they say, well, it's stupid to sell your home. It's best if you have your home. You know, if you really need the money out of your home, you can always pull equity out of your home and you can use that money for something. But anyways, a lot of people in Canada, they don't think like that. You know, honestly, I was talking to my wife. I was like, you know, hey, look, what if we just take one of the houses and just pay it off? You know, like have no mortgage. Isn't it a Canadian dream to have a fully paid off house? And well, you know, guys, I thought like that before, and I still sometimes think that way. That's how I was raised. That's probably how we all were all raised by our parents. But right now, being into real estate, I realized that it would be a dumb decision to not have a mortgage, to pay off your debt. And I can go into detail in a different video about that. But right now, I just want to say, guys, that here's why we purchased it. You can have all of these places for yourself here. Look at this. You can bring a bunch of people here, do a barbecue, have a gathering on the inside, like have an event. And there is multiple places. There is even, I think those are public washrooms over there. I don't know really. But there is one more thing. You see, guys? Let's go inside. I'll show you. But then I'll show you something over there. Because that's the gate. I remember. It was years back when I moved to Calgary. Now that I'm saying it, now I remember it. But look at this place, guys. Can bring a bunch of people here, make a bunch of barbecue, guys. What do you think? What do you think if I make like a event and invite all of you guys here who are in Calgary to come and meet and greet, and I'll basically bring you in for the event, and we will just have barbecue together and have a chat and just a kind of a subscriber meet. What do you guys think about this kind of events? The only thing is, guys, in life I don't have too much of time for everything. But what do you think about having such events and having such, you know, possibility just to hang out, and then you meet other people, I meet you, and we just, that's called networking. That's how you network in Canada. You meet some people, and then you never know, those people might help you find a job in the future. What do you guys think of this kind of things? Anyways, this is the door. I parked my car right there. There were a bunch of kids lined up with the inflatable donuts, balloons, and swimsuits, and they were running through this door, and there was a lady sitting over here, and I was like, what is that? And that's when I realized that there are a lake community in Calgary, and I went here, and the lady at this office, she said, no, you cannot come in. You're not allowed. You're not a part of the homeowner association. And I was like, what the hell is homeowner association? Guys, I shook my head, and I was pissed off at my realtors. I was pissed off at everyone because, you know, realtors here, they didn't do anything. The people that I worked for before I went into real estate myself, they're like, oh, which house do you want to see? And they go and show you. That's it. They don't say, hey, there is a lake community, there is this option, there is that option. So I came home, I was swearing, you know, we were swearing with my wife, talking about the realtors that we had and how shitty job they did, because they never told us that we could have had a home on a lake. And I didn't even know that was an option for us. And yeah, so that's why I'm making a video for you guys about this community, because I was here, right over here, and I didn't even remember which lake it was. I didn't even remember which community. Guys, I didn't remember which community it was. I was like, you know what, guys, this is crazy. When I went here last year and I had my offer accepted for the home, and as a realtor myself, I went and I have access to all these lakes. I just give them my real estate card and I go in as a realtor to show the property, to like show the lake to my clients. I even had the lady here, grumpy lady, questioning me, saying that, hey, how that's unusual that you are a realtor and you are showing the place to yourself. That's strange. That's strange. I'm like, what is strange? That I'm buying a home for myself? Is that strange? Like, what, we realtors are not supposed to own any real estate? Maybe not, but anyways, I came here and I was walking where my offer was accepted, and I was like, this is the place where we just moved to Calgary with my wife. We stopped here, we tried to get in. This is the lake. It's crazy, it's mind-blowing, guys. Like, I'm not a, you know, like a Vastu Shastra guy or anything. I'm not religious or anything. I do believe in karma though, and I'm like, you know what? This is the place where I was told no. This is the fence where I was staying. They said, no, you cannot come in. And holy shit, I own a property in this community now, years back, later. You know, that kind of thing is like, I wish I had an access there. I wish I could go there. I wish, you know, like I would go for that lake. That's kind of awesome that people who live here own a property, that they have an access to a lake. And, you know, years later you forget about it, and then I'm like, wait a second. I remember that instance. I remember that situation. And now I'm here on the other side of the fence, in the same community. It's crazy, guys. I just want to share with you. It's kind of feels awesome and kind of strange. So it's like, guys, it's crazy how life turns and things in life align with this kind of things. But I just want to say, it's awesome. People come here fishing. People come here winter fishing, ice skating in the winter on the lake. You know, there are benches on top there. It's, guys, I just want to say that it's kind of cool to have an access to a lake. Most of the people in this community have kids. So me, myself, my one kid is 1 year old, the other one is 4 year old, small kids. And I work with a guy who is an investor, and he purchased a home on the lake for himself when he was young to raise his family. And you know what? You know, I was telling him, I was like, you know what, I'm going to give away literally like so much of my money, because being self-employed, I had to put 20% down payment for this house. And the house is like $655,000 at that time. Now it's more expensive even. And 20% of that amount cash you have to give. I'm like, that's a lot of, like, this is so much of money. And they wouldn't give me a mortgage like for a normal person who is not a business owner like me. It was 5% down payment, even though I was buying it for myself, you know. But anyways, here's what happened. I gave away all the money, and that guy encouraged me. He said he did the same thing. He gave away all his money, purchased a home on the lake 20 years back, and he said it was his best decision of his life. He raised a family there and has wonderful memories. And I was like, you know what? I'll do the same thing now. I'll do the same thing for sure, because, like, yeah, I mean, you have to take risks in life or you don't get anything. But the funniest part was, I'm on this side of the fence. You know, like at that time when I came to Calgary, I was like, this is the rich guys on this side of the fence, which they're not actually. I was wrong at that time. And when I was driving here for the first time, I think I used to have a Toyota Echo 2003, and people said it's a Zaporozhets. Zaporozhets is like a really shitty car from Soviet Union, and I was there, people were making fun of me because I was so broke. But I had a car, at least I didn't have any car loan, so yeah, it was fully paid off, so that was great. But anyways, guys, this is how the life turns at you, and you don't expect this kind of things, but all of a sudden you're on the other side of the fence, and now you understand that, yeah, the people on this side of the fence, there is nothing really special about them. There's nothing extraordinary, and it's just a lake community. And we could have actually purchased a home here if we had the right information so much easier. Now, guys, just going towards the muscle guy. And anyways, guys, there are people here also playing like tennis. I'm going to show you. So the best part about this community is that there are all sorts of people doing different kind of things, and there is activity for everyone. There are kids, there are babies. Let me show you guys right over there. See, there's a kid crying, but it's all right. There are people playing like people playing tennis over there, guys, which is kind of awesome. There are some senior people, or that's not tennis, I don't know what that is. It's like some kind of tiny tennis. Guys, let me know in the comments down below how that sport is called. But anyways, I want to say, guys, I love lake communities, and you like, I have kids, you bring your kids here, you have barbecue with friends, there are multiple playgrounds, catamaran, swimming. If you are a retired person, like a bunch of those people over there, there's a bunch of retired people. Otherwise, they would be at work. Am I retired that I'm here? No, guys. I'm actually making videos on YouTube, and I get paid for the videos that I make. So, I'm kind of working. Anyways, look at this, guys. That's awesome. I want to one day to be old and to be able, you know, to bring a bunch of grandmas and play tennis like that. Right now I'm just too busy with work, guys. I haven't been publishing enough videos, too busy with real estate. Like, real estate is insanely busy work. It's insane how much work you have to do. But people don't realize that. People just think everything is easy and everything is fun. But you don't really have free time with that, especially with 2 kids and a growing family. But anyways, guys, I cannot complain about anything. It's the best job I ever did in my life. But I want to say, guys, there are people actually playing tennis here. I want to say, guys, that yes, I am happy that we purchased a home in this community, but my wife actually is more attached to the previous house that we had. Bigger kitchen, bigger home, a little bit more different layout, and we might be moving back to that community, even though I think I like this community a little bit more. Maybe the house is not as awesome as my previous one, but there are, you know, like but the community here is, I like it for the kids. For the kids, there is more things to do. And as a kid, well, we'll still probably have access to this because we still own both of the homes. Doesn't really matter where we live. But anyways, all I wanted to say is, guys, yeah, we'll see how that goes. But I'm pretty blessed, I feel, guys, to be in this lake community with the kids. And I think if you have a growing family, that's an awesome place. Especially here in winter, there was a Santa Claus, ice skating, everyone was playing hockey here, ice skating, you know, people ice skating on the lake over there. Anyways, guys, I want to say that it's awesome to have a lake community. Now, if you don't like lake community, if you are like some people who are like, hey, look, I don't have kids. Igor, let's be straight. If you don't have kids, you know, I don't think, even if swimming, if I was a good swimmer, I don't swim, but I used to be a swimmer, so I'm not talking about myself. Like, guys, I swim probably better than most of the people in this community, guys, because I did it professionally as a kid. But, well, yeah, I would still say I'm better than most. Still better than most. Probably 90%, better than 90%, I would say, because I know how most people swim. They barely float. Anyways, let's say you don't know how to swim, or you're like, yeah, sure, it's most of the time it's cold here, there is winter all the time, so what the hell would I be paying extra homeowner association fees? I'm planning to have kids. I don't like swimming anyways, and just for, you know, 2 months in the summer when I'm anyways busy working, I'm going to show up here a couple of weekends, I'll be paying $300-500 extra for homeowner association fee? Nah, I don't need it. So for those guys, yeah, I say it's not for everyone. But if you have a small growing family, and I think this could be an awesome place. This could be a great place, especially if you have a family, guys. Anyways, let me show you a little bit more on what is happening here. There are people with those boats on that side. That's where you enter. There is a story about this community, and yeah, this is how it is like living in the lake community. I decided there is no point of just walking around other places besides the lake to show you how it is like to live in the lake community. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, share this video with your friends. Looking forward to read your comments, and we'll see you next video. Bye for now.